Good morning, Fort Worth. It is the last day of March, 31st of March. You found the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. I've got Michelle from the Body Scrubbery. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
We've got a great show lined up for you today. If this is your first time finding the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show, this is a Fort Worth-centric snapshot to get you ready for your day on your way to work, dropping the kiddos off, whatever you got going on, really. All right, let's get into it. We got a 10-day forecast for you. I'm probably not going to read all 10 days. Today's going to be 71 for a high, 52 for a low. I woke up this morning. It was freezing in the house because we had the AC on. It was like 62 degrees.
I like it a little chilly.
I like it a little chilly too, but I was caught off guard by this. No rain in the forecast for today. We got some other rain in the schedule for later. Tuesday, 78 for a high, 69 for a low. 23-mile-an-hour winds on Tuesday. Wednesday, 81 for a high, 60 for a low. AM showers, 53%. Thursday, 68 for a high, 59 for a low. AM showers, 62%. Friday, 67 for a high, 55 for a low. Thunderstorms, 94%. So it's going to be kind of rainy all week. Saturday, 62 for a high, 43 for a low. AM showers, 77%. And then Sunday, 58 for a high, 40 for a low. 16% chance of rain. So anyway, we'll keep you posted on that. You can tune in to the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show Monday through Thursday. It releases by 9 a.m. and it's available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, bunch of different platforms. Just Google Fort Worth Roots. It pops up. All right, let's get into our next segment. National Day of. Today is, hold on a minute. This is April 1st. Why are you showing me April 1st? What is going on?
What?
I don't know what's happening right now.
Is this a joke?
Is it April Fool's already?
What?
I don't know what's happening. Today, come on, computer. This is ridiculous. Anesthesia Tech Day. 31st of March is Cesar Chavez Day. Celebrate the life and legacy of this iconic hero and take inspiration from his lifelong servitude. Crayola Crayon Day, also known as Marine Day. If you're a U.S. Marine, today's your day because March 31st is Crayola Crayon Day. Let's get into it. You know Marines like eating crayons, right?
I saw a really pretty art thing. There was like a hot plate and someone was taking the crayons and drawing with and they were melting, and I think it was for one of these things you hang up in the window and the light shines through, and I was like, oh, there was a time I might have done that.
Until a Marine ate your plate. Crayola Crayon Day is celebrated on March 31st every year. This holiday will undoubtedly be as colorful as it can be, with over 400 colors in its collection. This day is for you, whether you're a student, a professional visual artist, or an aspiring artist. Learn how to celebrate this unique festival in your own home. The selection of entertaining things to do is unlimited, whether it's socializing with your pals, shading your favorite coloring book, or going crazy with artistic drawing pieces that will later be eaten by a Marine. So grab your Crayola crayons and let your imagination run wild. We found that on nationaltoday.com. They get dumber every day. All right, this day in history, March 31st, 1889, the Eiffel Tower opens, towering nearly 1,000 feet over the street of Paris. Gustave Eiffel's monument to the centenary of the French Revolution is formally dedicated. Many French intellectuals deem it an eyesore, but it will come to be regarded as a harbinger of the modern age and a cultural icon of France.
I like it.
I'm here for it. 1917, U.S. gains a little slice of paradise. After paying $25 million to Denmark, the United States claims the Danish West Indies as its territory and christens them the Virgin Islands. Now you know. Residents of the island are U.S. citizens, but their voting rights will be limited. Of course. 1930, Hollywood crackdown. It's the last one I'm going to read. The Hays Code cracks down on Hollywood in reaction to what they deem an excess of
Say it. Spit it out.
Immorality in U.S. motion pictures. Government and industry officials began enforcing the Motion Picture Production Code, better known as the Hays Code. The censorship rules won't be dropped until 1968. That's whenever you could really get some smut, I guess, was after 1968.
Is that right?
I guess that's what it reads. Speaking of smut and cinema, we've got a call in from our buddy Greg over at Southside Preservation Hall for Weird Wednesdays. Let's get into it.
Weird Wednesday is the biggest night market and secret movie series in Fort Worth. This Wednesday is number 41, and it's gonna be sick. So sick that we're giving away free barf bags to the first 50 people in the chapel. Market doors open at 5 p.m., and the secret movie starts at 8. There's food on site, including popcorn and candy, plus it's BYOB and the parking's free. Visit fwcinema.org for more details. Join us at Southside Preservation Hall this Wednesday, April 2nd for Weird Wednesday 41.
Excellent. Thank you, Greg.
Seems like a fun thing to do. I haven't done that yet.
You need to check it out. Going down at Southside Preservation Hall, which is ran by a 501c, and they're trying to keep that thing alive. It's a piece of Fort Worth history, and every time you go there, it helps them keep the doors open. So Weird Wednesday is a great way to experience Southside Preservation Hall. And if you have an event, folks, we say this every episode, but if you have an event happening around the city of Fort Worth and the greater area too, it doesn't have to be exactly Fort Worth, but we want to tell people about it. You can send us an audio clip, and it does not have to sound as good as Greg's. He does a great little promo for us almost every month talking about his Weird Wednesday, but you don't have to make it that nice. It can just be you talking on an audio clip about your upcoming event. We've obviously got some music playing anyway, so don't sweat it. Just send in your information. We'll play it on the show. Send it to media@fortworthroots.com. That's what this morning show is all about, just getting everybody connected, knowing what's going on in the community. I guess since we'll go ahead and play this other read for you. These folks sent this one in a couple months back, and we try to play it every week just because we really appreciate it. It's a great read, too.
Texas, get ready! April 18th through the 20th. Walk This Earth Music Festival is bringing some of the top roots bands in the United States to the middle of nowhere for a 3-day camping festival. This year's lineup features the Hootin' Hollers, Carrie Nation and the Speakeasy, Pinata Protest, plus 30 more amazing artists. Walk This Earth will have food trucks, tons of vendors, serenaded hay rides, and contests throughout the weekend. Whether you come for the music, community, to make new friends, or just for the adventure, there's something for everyone at Walk This Earth. So join us on the Sloan Ranch, April 18th through the 20th for Walk This Earth Music Festival. Get your tickets right now at walkthisearthfestival.com.
Excellent.
30 bands.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be cool. We'll be down in Terlingua and Big Bend while that's going on, so I'm not going to get to go this year, but I'd love to make it out next year. We got to meet with Liz, the founder of that group, and a super nice lady. Came out, made like a 3-hour drive to get here, and just to talk her event up. She's really passionate about this thing. Anywho, there you have it. You guys can send it in, of course, if you have an event, to media@fortworthroots.com. Let's get into these news stories today. There was not a lot happening locally, but there's a lot that happened internationally. One of the things, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake. The 7.7 magnitude quake hit Friday with an epicenter near Myanmar, second largest city of Mandalay, damaging the city's airport, buckling roads, and downing hundreds of buildings along a wide swath of territory down the middle of the country. Some 270 monks were taking an exam in Mandalay's Uhelathin Monastery, which crumpled to the ground when the quake hit. 70 were able to escape, but rescue workers at the scene Monday said 50 were found dead, and they were still searching for 150 more in the rubble. Some 700 Muslim worshippers attending Friday prayers during the holy month of Ramadan were also killed when mosques collapsed, said Tun Kia, a member of the steering committee of the Spring Revolution Myanmar Muslim Network. It was not clear whether they or the monks were already included in the official count. Some 60 mosques were damaged or destroyed, and videos posted on the online news site showed several mosques toppling during the quake and people fleeing from the areas. This is really, really bad.
Yeah.
It goes on to talk more about the devastation. 1,700 people had been found dead, and that another 3,400 have been injured, and more than 300 were missing. This is really, really, really terrible. Okay, you can read on. That story is on apnews.com, and it doesn't. Here we go. It's by David Rising. Okay. It's a brand new story. All right, here's some local news for you. This came off of the Fort Worth, Texas.gov website. The last day to register to vote is April 3rd. Here's a little breakdown of what's coming up. April 3rd, last day to register to vote. April 22nd, mail ballot application deadline. April 22nd, early voting begins. April 29th, early voting ends. And then May 3rd is Election Day. And because of this, we did some pretty powerful interviews this weekend. We got to sit down with Mayor Maddie Parker at the Fort Worth Hispanic Chamber of Commerce on Thursday. And then the next day, Friday, we sat down with City Councilman Michael Crane out of District 3. So those are fun, and it didn't get political. It's just some of our outstanding members of the city of Fort Worth getting on a recording and talking about the city. So
Where can somebody watch those videos, Andy?
those will be out. I think I'm going to launch those today or tomorrow. I'm waiting on some information from the mayor's office that I can include in the show notes. But if they take too long, I'm going to go ahead and launch the episode, and I can always update the show notes later. So, but they were great. They were great interviews. So, if I do say so myself, I hope you guys get to check those out. But whenever those launch, they will be available on all platforms and on YouTube. You just look for Fort Worth Roots, and keep an eye on our social media because I keep you guys up to date with what we got going on the podcast. So, and we'll put some clips together for you too. It's something I talk about pretty regularly lately. Is people don't like listening to hour-long podcasts. I mean, the majority of folks. Most people like watching little snippets, clips on
Snippet Girl.
Yeah, most people are. We're not that kind of society anymore. So we do have quite a few followers on our podcast, but way more traffic on our Instagram. So I try to get that information out to you guys in the way that you like to digest it. All right, this next story, FWTX.com, Fort Worth dedicates new City Hall and former Pier 1 headquarters. We went out to this thing. We got to see Mayor Betsy Price, our previous mayor, the longest-serving mayor of Fort Worth. Jay Chapa, our new city manager, was there. And, of course, Mayor Maddie Parker was there. Nearly 25 years to the day that an F3 tornado practically swept Calvary Cathedral off 15 acres on the eastern bank of the Trinity River that runs along Forest Park Boulevard. The city of Fort Worth has formally moved in. City officials gathered at noontime on Tuesday to rechristen the former Pier 1 building New City Hall and to dedicate the newly constructed City Council chamber, which hosted its first meeting that morning. It doubled as a celebration of leaving an outdated 1971 City Hall behind, a place city manager Jay Chapa compared to Khrushchevka. What is that? Soviet apartment architecture that featured lots of concrete and a few, if any, windows, called Edward Durrellstone of New York, the Rodney Dangerfield of architects. That 1971 design was met with some derision even then. Okay, the story goes on. The most interesting thing to me about this whole new City Hall thing, you see that we bought this big, beautiful building, and then we put millions of dollars into kind of redoing the building. Mm-hmm. You look at that and you're like, okay, cool. So like Fort Worth's just going to spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on this nice, pretty building. So it doesn't read well on paper, like the headline. But whenever you get into the financials of it, it is saving the city of Fort Worth tens of millions of dollars.
How can that be?
I know. Yeah. Well,
magic math.
We get into that with Mayor Maddie Parker and City Councilman Michael Crane. So if you'd like to hear more about that, those episodes will be dropping soon. All right, we got our good news story for the day. I thought this was cool. Researchers discover new mechanism for rapid liver regeneration to restore damaged liver, which is great news for Michelle, right?
Yeah.
Especially after this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Researchers at the National Cancer Research Center in Spain have discovered a mechanism that triggers just minutes after acute liver damage occurs, and it could lead to treatments for those with severe liver problems. The avenues for further treatment of liver damage include a diet enriched with the amino acid glutamate. Glutamate supplementation can promote liver regeneration and benefit patients in recovery following hepatectomy or awaiting a transplant, whatever. Words. The liver is a vital organ crucial to digestion, metabolism, and the elimination of toxins. It has a unique ability to regenerate, which allows it to replace liver cells.
We were just talking about kidneys at lunch the other day, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Kidneys are important,
kidney
too.
stones, all that regenerative stuff.
There is a bunch
That's
of
a kidney picture.
garbage. That was a liver.
That was a kidney.
That was a kidney? That's a liver.
That's a kidney.
Okay. I guess.
It is a liver.
I don't know why they're talking about livers and showing
That definitely looks
kidneys.
like those things are kidney.
Okay, we're moving on.
Moving on.
All right, so space news. There's just a bunch of silly stuff. There's nothing too shocking that happened in space over the weekend. NASA adds Starship. I'm just going to read you off some headlines real quick, and then we'll be done with space news. NASA adds Starship to launch contract. Chinese Bluetooth satellite startup raises early funding. ISAR Aerospace first Spectrum launch fails. China launches classified TJS-16 spacecraft. Airbus wins contract for ExoMars lander platform. And geopolitical shifts boost light speed as Starlink eats into Telesat's geo business. So just a bunch of stuff. Nothing too crazy.
You love it.
What did you get done this weekend?
Me?
Yeah.
I had some friends come into town, so we went out to Augie's on the lake.
Eagle Mountain?
$3 mimosas and Bloody Marys.
I
They were good. They were
I like the
good.
location of that place, but
It
I
was a little
ordered.
windy.
It's right there on the lake. I ordered some food there, and we sat out on the patio, and the flies were so thick that you had to keep one hand free just to swat the flies away.
Yeah.
So anyway, we don't go to
Little
Augie's
intense.
anymore, especially not for food.
Well, it was tasty.
Oh, good.
What we had, yeah.
What to tell you guys about? Hoppin is where we do these recordings Monday through Thursday.
And it
Hoppin
looks amazing in here.
Yeah, they did some cool stuff. Hoppin's
Love
located
it.
on Weisenberger Street, just down the road, 3 doors down from Doc's Records, next to Blackland Distillery. It's 1 block north of the Target off of West 7th. So hopefully that kind of helps you connect the dots. But yeah, what Michelle's talking about, they just ripped out the booths in here and replaced it with some badass loungy furniture. And I came in here Sunday because my coffee shop was closed for some reason. And I just did my work from Hoppin, and there was a great crowd, very eclectic. It was a crazy mix of people in here, but people were really digging the lounge furniture, and it's good to see folks here. And I think the word is starting to get out about how cool this place is. But it's 58 taps on the wall, ciders, wine, THC seltzers, and craft beers. More beer options on the patio. They did something really cool. Like, folks keep forgetting that there's beer on the patio as well. So they took the most popular beers and they put them out there on the patio.
Oh, interesting.
So people have to hunt for them. Like, come on, seriously, you don't have Michelob Ultra? Oh yeah, we do. It's outside.
I wonder if people try to get to the taps when they're not here,
What do you mean?
like jump over the fence.
Oh, well,
Do
there's
people think
a
there's
giant barn door that closes up around.
Oh,
the,
okay,
yeah.
okay. All right.
In the
I
evenings.
didn't know that.
Yeah. See, they have to protect themselves from vagrants like you.
Yeah.
All right. So Wednesdays here at Hoppin is 50% wine all day, 50% off wine all day, and an open mic night. They got a comedy special. It's back every Wednesday. We used to do this every Wednesday for you guys. I pulled Fort Worth roots out of it, but comedy came back, and now you can enjoy that again. Stand-up comedy every Wednesday, along with 50% off wine. Casamigas and margaritas every Thursday, and then Saturday, this Saturday, the 5th, Vintage Market, 2 p.m. to 8, along with a meat raffle at 4. And then Sunday, and I'm sure Michael will give us some details when he gets here Wednesday, beer and donut pairing. They're going to have some kind of
Interesting.
beer and donut pairing at noon on Sunday, so that'll be cool. And then I guess Michelle's here, so we got to remind you guys that we're trying to help you find love for you single folks. So May 2nd, right?
May 2nd,
We're doing the Fort Worth dating game again.
It's going to be fun. Yeah, we'd start working on contestants and the speed dating part.
You got a little more time than you did last
Yep.
go around, so.
Extra week or two into it.
And I know folks are
We gotta
hitting me
accommodate
up on
people's,
social media. So.
Personal things.
Do what?
We have to accommodate certain birthdays and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll be out of town, so we had to move it away. Yeah. I'm hitting the big 4-0 this
Family
April.
first.
Well, I don't have a choice sometimes. If it was me, I would just work myself to death and never take a break. Fortunately, Megan will step in periodically and be like, hey, quit your shit. We're going somewhere.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks, that is enough for today. Thank y'all so much for listening. Keep your eyes peeled on our social media sites. We'll let you know whenever those other episodes drop this week. And we just released 2 episodes from our Tuesday night out at McFly's Pub. One is with a gentleman named Pedro. He is with Camp Gladiator. It's a friend of Dan, the owner at McFly's. He wanted us to have him on, so we got him in there. And then Copperhead Jones. We just met up with this guy. He's a Fort Worth artist that has some new music dropping soon. So we had him out. And Tuesday nights are great. We have an audience microphone set up for you guys so you can get involved in the conversation if you'd like. Or if you got something to plug. We also, after we're done with the interview portion of it, we open the mic up and you can come talk about your music, your book, whatever you got going on, your business. So look forward to that. We're also, I got a text from Dan. He has the hookup. Apparently his neighbor owns like 200 Pizza Hut branches.
Oh,
so we usually do like hot and readies or whatever. You know, we're on a budget. But this Tuesday, we're going to have Pizza Hut. So that'll be cool.
That's very cool.
And we got Bency Jones. Bency Jones is a friend of mine, and he's a huge supporter of the Fort Worth Roots, and we just love his music. Every chance we get to watch him play live, we jump on it. So he's going to do a little ditty for us after we get done recording Tuesday, so that'll be fun. So come on out. Tuesday, 5 o'clock at McFly's Pub. Anything for the folks at home, Michelle?
Nope. Going to be a great week.
Make sure y'all check out the Body Scrubbery. It is the best place in Fort Worth to relax. You can find them on Instagram at The Body Scrubbery. Also online at thebodyscrubbery.com.
Yes. Come get a massage and scrub.
All right,
facial.
folks. As you move through today, we hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Wait, hold on. We did this different now. I started this last Wednesday. As you float through outer space on the back of a giant sea tortoise, we hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Until tomorrow, folks. Good day.
Great day in the morning, morning. My great day in the morning.